the San Fernando Valley and then downtown L.A. Several times, the suspect darted around other motorists at a high rate of speed. He eventually foot-bailed near Jefferson Boulevard in Exposition Park and was taken into custody. But one of the other suspects driving a similar truck. Well, after leading officers southbound on the Hollywood freeway in Sun Valley, the chase ended quickly on surface streets as deputies stopped the other GMC truck at a laundromat near Lancashire and Cahuenga. The suspect was also taken into custody.
The nation and the world is saying goodbye to former President Jimmy Carter, who passed away yesterday at the age of 100. The White House announced this morning Carter's state funeral will be held at Washington National Cathedral on Thursday, January 9th. That is the same day President Biden has declared a national day of mourning for Carter. The public will have the opportunity to pay their respects in both Atlanta and Washington, D.C.
His life spanned the Great Depression, a world war, and the fall of the Berlin Wall. And Carter's legacy as the 39th president certainly being discussed far and wide today.
Our Sophie Flay is here to tell us how that reaction to the former president's death is not just coming from Washington, D.C. Sophie.
Philip, Irene, that's right. Jimmy Carter is getting a lot of love from his hometown of Plains, Georgia. His niece telling ABC News today that no matter what presidential matters he was working on or whatever long travel plans he had, he always made it a point to come home.
Today, former President Jimmy Carter is being remembered around the world. He passed on Sunday at his home in Plains, Georgia, a community that meant the world to him.
Back in the early 2000s, President and Mrs. Carter decided that they would be buried in Plains. So they were even thinking about economic development of Plains and tourism, you know, in their death. So that will ensure that this town will always be a center point for tourism, because there's a lot of people that want to see presidential burial sites.
Carter worked as a naval officer, a peanut farmer, and a Sunday school teacher before becoming the 39th president of the United States.
My name is Jimmy Carter, and I'm running for president.
Carter spearheaded the fight for renewable energy, installing solar panels at the White House. In 1978, he helped negotiate the Camp David Accords, creating a peace treaty between Israel and Egypt. But by the end of Carter's first term, inflation skyrocketed. His low approval rating shattered his chance at a second term, according to data from 538. But it's said that much of Carter's impact took place once he left the Oval Office.
You could agree with him 100% on politics, but if you weren't a good person, he really didn't have much use for you.
He and Rosalind, his wife of 77 years, founded the Carter Center, which campaigns for human rights. For more than 3 decades, the Carters volunteered with Habitat for Humanity, building low-income homes. But he never forgot about his neighbors.
President Carter has been an international influence, but some of his greatest influence, he and Mrs. Carter's, has been right here in Plains, Georgia.
Carter had been receiving hospice care for about 2 years. His funeral services include stops in that hometown he loved so much, Plains, Georgia, and Washington, D.C. Philip, Irene.
Okay, Sophie, thank you. And stay with ABC 7 for the latest on Jimmy Carter's passing. You can get the latest on the air and online on abc7.com. And then stay tuned for more coverage ahead on World News Tonight with David Muir at 3:30. That's right after this newscast.
Well, police are looking for more victims after a local doctor is accused of raping and drugging his victims. Babek Hajasani worked as a wound and burn doctor at Wound and Burn Centers of America in Los Angeles and Catalina Island Health in Catalina. He is charged with rape by use of drugs and sexual assault of an unconscious person, but investigators believe there are more victims. Police say he used job recruiting websites to offer high wages to find and entice potential victims. Hajasani was arrested last month but bailed out of custody. Any victims or people with more information are urged to contact LAPD.
San Bernardino police found the stolen Highway Patrol police car taken from popular chain Juan Pollo Saturday night. The 1955 vehicle was taken from the restaurant's offices in San Bernardino on Christmas Day shortly before 4 p.m. A spokesperson for Juan Pollo says break-ins happen frequently, but this has been the biggest value-wise. Though some damage was done with spray paint, the team is happy to have the sentimental piece back in the right hands.
The state is taking more steps to ease California's home insurance crisis. A new regulation announced today will require home insurers to offer coverage in high wildfire risk areas. Insurers will have to start increasing their coverage by 5% every 2 years until they hit the equivalent of 85% of their market share. The requirement will take effect within 30 days. In exchange, insurers will be able to consider climate change when setting their prices. That rule takes effect this week.
We had calm temperatures and winds today, but that's about to change because of the wind and fire danger. Shayla Girardin's in for Danny Romero and tracking our conditions. Shayla?
Yes, we are waiting for some more Santa Ana winds to enter the mix to welcome in the new year, but we're not there quite yet. Still pretty calm conditions like you mentioned. Taking a live look in downtown LA this afternoon, some hazy skies out there, 64 degrees, so we're seeing that mix of sun and clouds. Inland areas clearing really nicely this afternoon. Glendale, you'll notice a little bit of a breeze there, shaking the palm trees. Coming in 64 degrees, sunny, and wind right now only 6 miles per hour, so we're not feeling those winds just yet, except for some of our higher elevations along the I-5 corridor. You're already seeing those breezy conditions. Temperatures out there in the 60s and 70s. 70 for you in Beaumont, Hemet coming in 71, but then closer to the coast, we're seeing the 60s. 64 for Los Angeles, Van Nuys at 66, and Burbank also at 64 degrees. We are talking once again about red flag warnings going into place, so we have a return of those Santa Ana winds Tuesday and Wednesday, but we're also dealing with some really dry conditions. I'll break it all down to the full forecast, but for now, Irene and Philip, I'll toss it back to you guys.
Okay, sounds good, Shayla. Thank you. A shootout between police and a naked gunman at a Woodland Hills motel ends with the gunman dead.
For more on what led to this, we go to Eyewitness News reporter Sid Garcia, who is live in Woodland Hills. Sid.
It happened outside the hotel. You see behind me here on this portion of Ventura Boulevard. The boulevard was shut down for well over 10 hours as police, as you mentioned, had to deal with the naked gunman.
Of course, a male white